In 2026, there's going to be a lot of job opportunities for new aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice, but the reality is it's going to be much harder to get a job as an apprentice in 2026. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get a job as an aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice in 2026. The first one I'm going to talk about is by getting human visibility rather than job posted. The reality is most aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice focus more on online job posting, and I'm not here to say online job posting is a bad strategy to get a job, right? But you got to understand that the reality is, right, every semester, every graduation semester, which is every 4 months or every year, right, hundreds of apprentices are graduating, right? And when you guys graduate, when apprentices graduate, right, you guys graduate with the same credentials, with the same experience, with the same qualifications, with the same diploma, with the same accreditation. Now tell me, as an apprentice looking for a job, right, how do you stand out from your classmates? How do you stand out from the same people applying for the same job, right? And this is why I tell people, right, I use my story as example. When I graduated, I came to this school as an international student, right? Paid $16,000 every year, right? For 2 years, that's $32,000. Imagine you're paying $32,000 for an education, and after graduation, you cannot get a job. It took me 3 months. 3 months to get a job, guys. And that is why a lot of apprentices after graduation feel like they chose the wrong career path, feel frustrated, feel like, why did I spend so much time, this much effort on an education that I can't get a job after graduation, But the reality is most of apprentices are doing the same strategy. You got to understand that you are applying for jobs, the same job as your classmates, right? And you guys have the same qualifications. So how do you stand out? This is why I tell people, I use my story too as an example. The first job and the harder opportunities I've gotten throughout my whole career path went from references. My first aviation job ever was because I changed my strategy from online application to actually getting more human visibility, right? By talking to my professor who actually got me my first job, right? All the opportunities I've gotten through my whole career path came from human references. Why not start focusing more on human references, right? Why not start focusing more on, instead of just applying, try to get human contact, human references, right? And trust me, that is the easiest way to get a job as an apprentice, right? I don't want you guys to just spend so much effort, so much time in school. Like, I understand how much effort it takes to study, right? First semester, 9 courses. I had 9 courses when I was in school, and I'm pretty sure you guys that are in school, when you did your first semester, 9 courses, that stuff was not easy. When a lot of my friends were partying, drinking every weekend, I was studying. Like, plus I had a full-time job. Now imagine you put so much effort, so much effort, and you cannot find a job after that many dedication and effort, right? We're human beings. In as much as you have love for aviation, you have love for aircraft maintenance engineering, the whole goal for us is to get a job and be able to pay our bills, help our family, right? Now imagine you're in that situation whereby you spend so much effort, so much time, and you cannot get a job, right? This is why I tell people, man, try to have human visibility. Yes, I'm not saying neglect online application. I still feel like online application is a good strategy on getting a job, right? That is how most companies get apprentice, right? But that should not be your whole strategy. That should not be like your whole strategy, right? You got to have different segments, different strategies on how to get a job. All right. So that is my first point on how to get a job in 2026. Next one I'm going to talk about is by building a technical resume rather than a student resume. And this is another mistake I see a lot of apprentices make when building the resume. Like I told you guys, I do help apprentice in terms of resume building, and one of the most common mistake I see, and this is why a lot of apprentices are not able to get a job, is because they build a resume as a student, right? I'll give you guys an example. When one of the apprentices I helped out recently, his resume was focused more on his self-quality, right? Yes, self-quality is a good way. You have good communication skills. You can, you're a self-oriented person. You are this, you are that. Those are proprietary skills, right? But you got to understand that companies don't really give a fuck. They don't really care, they don't really care that much about your self-quality. Yes, self-quality is good stuff, right? But you got to understand it's all about risk, right? They are actually taking the risk by hiring us as an apprentice first before being a licensed person. It's a liability, right? Imagine they hire you as an apprentice, and let's say, for example, your first couple months you make a big damage, right? That is going to cost the company thousands of dollars, right? It's a liability. Like, if they going to spend money on those repairs, it's costing the company money, right? So they're taking a big risk by they hired them as an apprentice. They hire you as an apprentice, right? You got to understand that it's a big risk for the company, right? Instead of you showing your self-quality, yes, it's good to have a little bit of self-quality. Why don't you focus more on the technical side of it, right? The technical skills, the value as a technician you can provide to this company, right? Rather than just focusing on your self qualities, right? This is one mistake actually my professor told me when I was looking for a job. When I was looking for a job that was focusing more on the self quality, right? This was one of the things he told me to change, right? Instead of me showing, I have good communication skills, I know how to work in teams, which are good stuff to have in your resume, but show the technical side of it, right? I tell you guys, school project, you guys have these, you've done a lot of school projects, right? Show the technical skills on those stuff, right? I guarantee you changing those stuff on your resume will actually make your job process faster, right? This is one of the mistakes I see a lot of apprentices make, and this is how to get a job fast in 2026. The next point I'm going to talk about is by applying for jobs before you feel ready. Man, I'm going to use this as one of my second biggest points, right? And this is something I will say I was a big victim of, right? And this is something I tell apprentices. You guys apply for a job when you feel ready. And what do I mean by when you feel ready? When you have your diploma, when you have your accreditation, when you have your radio license, when you have your driver license. Man, you got to understand that. I tell you guys, it's not a joke. Whenever I apply for a job, right, it's all about strategies, right? I tell people, whenever I help people, it's all about strategies. I am not doing something just to apply, right? It's all about strategy. You got to understand that hundreds of apprentices are graduating every year. I've said it, my first point, right? How do you stand out, right? At the end of the day, there's not that much you can do in your resume to stand out from every other apprentice. But there's one leverage you can use, though, that many apprentices are not using, right? There's one leverage. Instead of you applying for jobs when everybody's applying for jobs, why don't you apply 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before your graduation, right? By that time, yes, you are not ready. Yes, you don't have your physical diploma, you don't have your physical accreditation, you don't have your physical certification, right? But if you have a strong projection that you are going to get your accreditation, you're going to get your diploma, why don't you start talking to people that we actually get your opportunity, right? And that is why some apprentices actually got a job faster than I did when I was in school. I remember this, right? There was a friend of mine, right? And this is something I wish I knew when I was in school, right? I use this as example whenever people ask me this stuff, right? This guy, and I would say I don't blame him for not really telling me, because at the end of the day, everyone is looking out for themselves, man. We can be best friends in school, we can do this, but when it comes to finding a job, everybody's looking out for themselves. That's just the reality. Everybody's looking out for themselves, right? And this, I don't blame for not even telling me this, right? This guy was like, I'm like, bro, why you? When I was in school, he applied for a baggage position. I'm like, bro, why did you apply for a baggage position in airline, right? I'm like, bro, why did you apply for a baggage position? How does that correlate with AME? So it was like, I'm just doing baggage position. But something I didn't know then was the company was doing baggage position for. You can actually do an internal transfer, right? It's way more easy to get a job doing an internal transfer than applying out externally, right? I didn't know that. But that was a strategy he used. And Brent, when he graduated from school in 2 months, this dude was already working as an AME apprentice. What the hell? Like, how did you do it, bro? In a bigger company too. Like, this is why I tell you guys, man, applying before you're ready, right? You don't have to apply directly when you're ready, right? If your goal is to work for an airline company, right? Some airline company have policy whereby you can do internet transfer, right? You can apply as a cleaner or a baggage person, and after you can do an internet transfer after a couple months of working there, right? That could be a strategy of yours, right? You are not ready. You don't have the physical diploma. You don't have the physical certification, but hey, you are already in the company system, right? So by the time you're actually ready, man, it's gonna be way more easier to get that job faster. You know what I'm saying? This is why I tell you guys, man, you gotta have strategies to apply, man. Listen, I'm not playing games. If I was an apprentice, if I was to go back as an apprentice with all the knowledge I have right now, I guarantee you in 2 weeks I'll get an apprentice job, because of the knowledge I have built, because of the experience I have built, and the knowledge I have seen. Man, this is how things actually work, right? So if you're not apprentice right now, there's another strategy I would definitely tell you to implement, right? Applying before you're ready, right? Instead of you focusing on job application before when you're actually ready, right? The next point I'm going to talk about is by applying to companies where experience is easier to get, not your dream company. This is another point I would say, and this might sound funny, but all of us have that one. We all have that dream company we all want to work for, right? And that's just the reality. But you got to understand, as an apprentice, right? And this is something when I was in school, I was naive of, like, man, I always wanted to work for big companies. I always wanted to work for companies whereby, I can work on bigger airlines. I'm not saying those are not bad, goals to get, right? But you got to understand that I don't care. Now it's like, if I was to go back as an apprentice looking for a job, I would not care if I was getting $12 an hour, 15. Like, I just want to get that first job, because I know it's going to be easier for me to get a second job, right? So by focusing on companies whereby it's easier to get, right? And I've told you guys the companies that are easy to get, focusing on those companies that are easier to get, right, into faster, by focusing on companies that do a lot of heavy checks, by doing a lot of the companies that do a lot of A checks, right? Those are the companies that are easier to get. And the reason is because a lot of these companies actually hire in a larger volume, and that is because most apprentices don't stay there for a long time. Once they get their license, they always go to a bigger company, right? But why don't you focus on those type of companies that have A checks, C checks, right? Those companies hire more. Yes, we all have that dream on working for airlines, but if your goal is to just work for an airline, you only applying to airline, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, some airlines, some companies don't even get back to you. They don't look at your resume until like 6 months. They all have budget every year. They have strategies. They have time frames of where they actually hire. Some airline companies hire every first 2 months, and they wait for another 4 months before they do another hiring process, right? So if your whole point is to apply for airline companies, man, I will tell you right now, you might probably not even get a job in the next 2 years, right? You might not get a job in the next 2 years, right? But once you start focusing on companies that do a lot of A checks, C checks, those companies have more tendency of hiring you more, right, rather than just focusing on a lot more big companies. So those are the strategies I would tell you to implement as an apprentice looking for a job in 2026. Like I told you, if you're an apprentice right now, you feel like you are making those mistakes, you want someone to guide you through, show you the way on how to get a job faster, so that way you don't end up being frustrated. You don't end up just feel like you chose the wrong career, because there's a lot of opportunities, man, I'm telling you. But you got to have the right system. You need to have the right strategies on how to get a job. If you're an apprentice right now and you feel like you're in that position, you need someone to help you out, to fasten your job process. You need someone to help you out, to show you the way, to show you companies that hire people faster. You need someone to give you a direct answer to make your job process faster. In next 1 month, you're already working as an apprentice. You need that help. You need that type of help. This is something I can definitely help you out with. All you got to do is click the link in the description or in my bio and book a consultation, man. Book a consultation and let's talk. And please, this are for serious apprentices looking for a job. I don't want anyone that does not that is not serious, who does not know exactly what they want, right? You gotta be ready, right? Because I am not playing here. I want to help people that really need help, right? I'm not here to waste my time. I want to help people that really need help. So if you're an apprentice right now, you feel you're serious. You don't have to be a graduate. You are in 2 months before graduation. 2 months, 3 months before graduation, we can start helping you to put yourself in a position whereby once you graduate, you already have a job offer, right? If you're an apprentice that need that type of help, like I said, click the link in the description and book a consultation. Let me make your job process all faster, right? For you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Peter. I am a licensed aircraft maintenance engineer, and I have hundreds of videos regarding aircraft maintenance engineer on my channel. So if you're interested in those type of videos, a day in my life, educational videos about aircraft maintenance engineer, please do not forget to check out those videos. All right, for you guys that are new to my channel, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys.